Good morning, boys and girls. Welcome to Talk Time with Pastor Krista. So today I'm in church, but I am here with a few other people who are doing some work around the church building. So as I have been walking through the building, I've been wearing my mask because your mask keeps you healthy, but it also keeps everyone else safe. But now I'm in a room all by myself that's been cleaned, so I'm going to take my mask off so you can hear and see me a little bit better. But when I leave this room, I'm going to put my mask back on because that is being a responsible member of the flock of God. The flock of God, what does that mean? Well, if you remember, on Tuesday, I read a passage from the Bible from Psalm 23, and in that passage, part of the word said that the Lord is my shepherd, and the shepherd's rod and staff comfort me. And I said I'd be broadcasting our talk time from a different place in the church. So can you guess where I am right now? Look around you. I am in the room that we use as our vacation Bible school room and our after school room sometimes. And you can tell the last unit we did in after school was about spiders and bugs. And so all around me are books and spiders that we've made and all kinds of pictures of bugs. And I'm so happy to be here in our storytelling chair again in this room. On Tuesday, I told you that I would have a shepherd's rod or a shepherd's staff with me to show you. And I have that right here. So this is what a shepherd's rod or staff looks like. Now, in our Bible, we are told that Jesus Christ is our shepherd and we are the sheep in Jesus' flock. So why would something like this, that's kind of hard, how could this comfort me? It's not like a stuffed animal I could cozy up in bed with at night and hug. A shepherd's staff is made of wood and it's very hard and it's very sturdy. So how can that be comforting? Well, let me tell you some of the things that a shepherd's staff does for the shepherd and for the flock. A shepherd's staff can help keep the flock together. So if a sheep gets out of line or starts to stray away, the shepherd can say, no, here we go, come back here. I want you to come back and be part of my flock. So it helps to keep the flock together and it helps to catch a sheep that is a stray sheep. And that comforts everyone else because we don't want anyone in our flock straying or moving away. And we're really thankful when we read or hear something or somebody does something that helps bring us back into the flock when we stray. A staff or a rod can also defend the flock of sheep against predators. Mountain lions, bobcats, anything that would, coyotes, anything that would attack a flock of sheep, this rod or staff can defend the shepherd and it can defend the flock. The other thing that it's really good for is keeping sturdy on rocky ground. If you've ever taken a hike and the land has been very uneven, you know that it helps to have a walking stick. I have one that I use when I take a hike. Just helps to keep your foot on ground that isn't too safe. Now, Jesus Christ tells us not only is God and not only are God and Jesus our shepherd, but we also are asked to go out and be shepherds of men. We're asked to go out and act the way that Jesus Christ taught us to act so people might understand the love of Jesus Christ. So when we do that, sometimes we stand on some rocky ground and the shepherd's rod and staff, they comfort me. They help us to be sturdy in times that are not too safe and too sure. But one of the coolest uses of this staff that I know of is those sheep, they have awful tiny legs and awful big puffy bodies, don't they? And when they fall down, they can get up on their own, but it's kind of tough. It isn't easy to get back up on your own if you're a sheep and you fall down because you got those tiny little legs, kind of like T-Rex arms, and you're trying really hard to stand up, but your body's bigger than your legs. So what do? Well, the shepherd can come along and the shepherd can take the other end of the shepherd's staff and kind of put it underneath and help the sheep stand back up. So in our scripture, when it says that the shepherd's staff comforts us, that's what it means. So that's how this piece of wood that doesn't look like anything else but a big walking stick, that's how that can comfort us. So I'm going to share with you again Psalm 23, and I want you to hear the piece I'm reading so you can put this story in the context of the scripture. I'm going to put the staff down so I can hold my Bible. Here we go. This is what it says. You, Lord, are my shepherd. I will never be in need. You let me rest in fields of green grass, and you lead me to streams of peaceful waters, and you refresh my life. You are true to your name, and you lead me along the right paths. I may walk through valleys as dark as death, but I won't be afraid. You are with me, and your shepherd's rod and staff makes me feel safe. So I hope today and this weekend that you feel safe because you know that you love a God who wants to keep God's flock together, who's going to catch you if you start to stray, who's going to defend you against predators, who's going to walk on rocky ground with very sure feet. And if you fall down, Jesus Christ helps you stand back up. So that's kind of a cool lesson about the shepherd's staff for today. So today, the song I'm going to be singing with you is one that we've heard before, but I've kind of cheated. Every time I do this song, I'm always standing up, so it's not so hard. But this time, I'm sitting in a chair. So we are going to sing that camp song, The Grand Old Duke of York, except this time I'm going to do it with no hands. I'm not going to put my hands on the chair to help me up. I'm going to do it with no hands, and I'm going to do the whole thing from a chair the way it was meant to be. Remember, we're just going to do it one time, but you should do it 3 or 4 times. That's how we do it at camp. So when I do this song, if you want to do it with me, go find a chair fast and sit down and try it with me. So here we go. Wish me luck. The grand old Duke of York, he had 10,000 men. He marched them up to the top of the hill and marched them down again. And when you're up, you're up. And when you're down, you're down. And when you're only halfway up, you're neither up nor down. What the heck? Let's do it a little faster. Ready? The grand old Duke of York, he had 10,000 men. He marched them up to the top of the hill and marched them down again. And when you're up, you're up. And when you're down, you're down. And when you're only halfway up, you're neither up nor down. Whew! That was tough. And you do that a few times, and that's just as good as exercising in the morning. So boys and girls, we are going to do our benediction. And no, even though we're used to this benediction and we kind of know it by heart, every time I say it, I think of all of you. And in my heart, I'm showing you my love and the love of Jesus Christ. So here we go. My heart loves your heart because Jesus first loved us. God bless you all, and we will see you on Tuesday.